Well, we got another carp coming in. Stay in there, you. Oh my God. Well, folks, when I came out here today to fish Oatka Creek, this is not what I was expecting. I know we've had a lot of rain lately, but I just went by Black Creek, and Black Creek was fine. It had none of the flooding I would normally associate with having heavy rains. So I am a bit shocked to see this place like this. I've never been here where it's been raging this crazy. We may end up doing mostly carp fishing today. I don't know if anything I've got with me is going to work 100%. The big issue is I don't know out here where all the blockages are, where I'm going to get snags and stuff. I'm going to throw some stuff, but man, I really don't know if anything's going to work. But we got to at least try, right? I got a bunch of stuff with me today. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. There's so much water moving through here. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. I didn't bring the medium on. I'm trying. This year I've been terrible about remembering things. I usually bring the medium on when I'm fishing at waterfalls because that's the only thing it's useful for. It makes it so I can use the rear microphone, which captures my voice and deadens the sound of the waterfall itself. I apologize for not having it today. Man, this is raging. This is raging. Well, I was hoping there was going to be a nice rock right there. Nothing. Now, having said that, this isn't the only place to fish around here. We can fish up top. Up top, the water's moving, but it's obviously better than this. And all throughout the village here in Leroy, we can fish on Oatka Creek. So I'm going to try some different spots, I think, but I definitely want to at least give this a go. So there's something right there. Now what the heck, I'll try this for right now. If I fall in here, I'm going to get carried away. I don't know if it's that deep though. I might be able to just stand up right down there. Because over there it's usually only a few inches. Thinking about throwing that weightless worm rig on there and letting the current take it. There is a log right there. There's a log right there. I see it right now. So that's what would get caught up on right there, if anything. So I just gotta try and keep it away from that thing. Well, it's working as far as being able to toss it in. So far, it's working okay. The spinnerbait was working and the worm is working. I think it's just too fast. I don't think there's any fish, any bass at least, that are going to be messing with this. Maybe there's pike in here, but pike are out of season still. So I'm not putting on anything to target pike. go up top. That's what I'm gonna do next. I'm thinking even carp fishing might be a waste here. We're gonna go around a little bit up top, and then maybe I'll switch spots. But honestly, Black Creek is starting to look like the play today. This is very intense. Oh, this looks a lot better, guys. This looks a lot more pleasant. I don't know if this dang net's gonna do us any good. Well, I don't know. I think I can kind of land a fish like that. Yeah, if I really had to. This water is soupy, but it is calm. It's just getting, it picks up when it goes over there, but right here, this is all fairly calm. All right, what the heck? We're gonna give it a go. We have a dock and a place to fish. That's all we need. Wasn't a bad cast. This bait's a little light, but it's not doing terrible. I got that 1/16 ounce weighted hook on there, so it's giving it a little bit of distance. I think I want to get out a heavier spinner bait though. I'm gonna throw the light one real quick, but I want to get out a heavier spinner bait, something a little bit bigger. See if I can get it out close to that middle area. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I want to try. I do love how this thing looks in the water. This is one of the Yum Hellgramites, and theirs looks pretty good. I like this color because it reminds me of the worms that I use, that watermelon red flake. So it's fairly close to that. Oh, I think this is going to be the perfect size spinner bait. Yeah, I'm going to have to go buy a dozen of these. I hadn't seen these before at the Bass Pro Shop. This is one of the Bass Pro Shop, I think XPS series ones. And they're only $3.49. But it's a half ounce. This thing's a full half ounce. I think I need to put a bigger trailer on it though. The trailers I bought were a little small, but they should be good. I bought a 1/4 ounce size too. It's about the same size, honestly. The spinnerbait itself is the same size, it's just heavier. So I can put that 1/4 ounce one on a smaller size pole. Not have to worry about the line breaking. This thing's operating perfectly every time. A lot of times you get those spinner baits and they start tumbling end over end. This one seems to not be tumbling. I don't know if that's the lure itself or just I've got the weight ratio perfect with that smaller sized trailer that I got on it. So a lot of times you put a bigger trailer and it's going to throw the weight off on a spinnerbait. So that's another reason why it'll start tumbling. But some will just do it on their own because they're not balanced right. Sometimes they just don't make them right. This one, definitely not the case. I'm actually really excited to try this thing out at Black Creek, throwing this thing into the waterfall. I would do it here, but seriously, I think it's too much. I think it's too much current today to get anything done. I'm liking this, really liking this setup. I gotta go buy more of these. When I find a bait that I like as far as just being able to throw it repetitively and it's doing what it's intended to do, I don't have to fix it. That is a really nice thing, especially when it's like half the price of other baits. All right, we're moving on from this spot. But this thing, this is just a nice spinner bait. Look at that. You got that nice pink spot on it too, so that fish can see it from further away in the cloudier water. This is nice. That's a nice spinner bait for $3.50. Thinking about getting the carp pole out here. This is just a nice spot. This is just a really nice spot. I know there's carp in here. I caught a 20-pounder here when I was a little kid on a worm. So I know there's monsters in here. I might just go get it. What the heck? Yeah, well, the spot may be a bust for today. Not much we can do about that. I tried 3 different areas, 3 different spots on Oatka, and just not seeing it yet. I think going to Black Creek may be the best option. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pack up shop and head over there right now. All right, that is more like it. That water flow is much more controllable here. I got the carp pole set up here. I actually have a better feeling about carp today than just about anything else. I feel like they should be in here. This is really good condition, and the water's clear. The water was murky over at Oatka, which I was really surprised at. So the water's clear, it's not flowing too crazy. We got a solid chance of catching fish here today. Whoa! Yep, like I said, carp. Whoa, I think he's on. Yes, he is. He hit it right away, guys. All right, carp number 1. That is fantastic. What I was hoping for. All right, that's cool. That's real cool. I should be wearing gloves. Oh, you're slimy. Oh my gosh. All right, that's not bad, guys. Look at that. That's a solid little start. That took 3 minutes. I got somebody waving at me from behind. All right, we're gonna get this guy back in. All right, first carp of the year. All right, let's see if we can make that happen again. See, that's what I hope when I come to this place this time of the year. We get some action like that. Definitely better for the carp right now. Who knows, maybe the bass are going nuts down here too. We're just gonna have to see. I'm not even gonna grab the bass pole yet until I know they're not in there like crazy thick. Because if I'm getting a bite every minute and a half, I ain't gonna be able to do 2 poles. This time I'm going to use the net, if I can, if it helps. That's the problem. The water is so shallow, you can't net the fish as easy. All right, seems we won't be getting a repeat super quick. I'm going to get some bass bait in here. Got my other line out still. I had a snag on the bass pole, but we got another carp coming in. Whoa! You stupid fish! There we go. Hey, hey! There we go. Jeez. He got me all muddy. That's a pretty one. That's a really pretty one. Calm down. Oh, you got the backpack. Oh. That's a much nicer fish. That's a big carp. That's a good size one. Yeah, no, that's the size we like to see. He nailed my backpack with slime. Oh, slimy creatures. Let's get them back in. All right, number 2. Ah. No, wrong way. All right, I guess he's hanging out right here for a bit. I think he's still in there. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, all right, that feels good. 2 carp. 2 carp in about 10 minutes. 2 carp in 10 minutes. It just goes to show you how big of a difference a short drive can make. We're not that far away from where Oatka Creek was, but the conditions are vastly different. Even though these places took the same amount of rainfall, this is nothing. This is appropriate water flow. This is how the fish prefer it. The water is fairly clear, highly oxygenated still because we have a decent amount of water coming over, but it's not washing them downstream. So this is ideal conditions for Black Creek. And Oatka was just absolutely crazy. I'm so happy I made that change. All right, let's see if we can go for a 3-peat. I gotta get this other pole untangled though. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is insane. Oh, he got it into a snag. Oh. That took 2 minutes to get that other bite. All right, I had a 3rd fish on, but he ran right into a snag and got himself off. Holy cow. He was definitely on there. The problem is I'm not getting a good hook set. I've got to remember to still try and set the hook a bit, even though they're running off with it. All right. We're gonna try setting up the Hellgrammite a little different because I got it caught on like my 2nd cast. So we're gonna do it like that, try to do a bit of a weedless setup. See if anything actually will still go for it like that. I don't know. Oh my. I had a huge hit. Yeah. I better check it. He could have ripped all the corn off. All right, so they're still in there. Well, there was at least, what is that now? At least 3 carp. 4 bites, at least 3 carp. I should have brought a chair. I should have brought a chair and just sat here. And this is how it's gonna be. My gosh. All right, guess he needs another minute. Oh. No, wait a minute. We got something on here. I don't quite know what we got. Is that a big catfish? Or a big bullhead? Good sized bullhead, very colorful. All right. Gonna get the better gloves out for this one. These guys will harpoon you if you're not careful. All right. He's a little nasty. Gonna get him back in the water. Alright, sticking close to shore. First bullhead of the year. I believe that was a bullhead, not a channel cat. I'll take a better look at it in the footage. Oh goodness. I think all the little fish moved in. That's what keeps hitting it. I'm hoping we get more of the carp. I don't mind getting the bullhead as long as they're an okay size, but would definitely prefer the carp. Crap. Oh, I guess I gotta just hold the pole for a bit. That was about, I don't know, 45 seconds after I put it in. Oh no. What happened there? The hook broke off. Interesting. All right, guess we gotta change out a hook. All right, I'm gonna give it like, I guess I'll give it 5-10 minutes. Just hold the darn thing. We're getting bit like every minute or two. They're all right out in the middle there where the current is broken up a bit because of the cement pillar. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I can't control this one, guys. This one's big. He's trying to beach himself. I just wanna see it. This thing's huge. At least it should be. Oh, did I snag him? Is that why? Stay in there, you. I might have partially snagged him. That is a bigger fish, though. Oh, no. This fish is big. Oh, gosh. Whoa. That's double the weight of the last one. He's heavy. Oh, gosh. Did I snag him? That's the question. I think I did. Okay. Yeah. I think that's why he was so crazy. Having said that, double the size of the last fish, but I do feel bad. Okay. Oh my gosh. You hold still for 5 seconds. That's a heavy fish. That's a big heavy fish. Didn't catch him the right way. But that's a 28 incher. All right, let's get him back in. Did not catch him the right way. Oh goodness. Whew. I don't know how he didn't get that hook. That was one of the craziest fights I've ever had. It didn't last super long, but I was holding on for dear life. I think the drag setting on my pole has got to get changed up a bit. It seems to be locked down. So I gotta mess with that. Well, I'll tell you guys, this has been a feel-good fishing day so far. Because other than that one bass I got in that pond, I have skunked every fishing trip since last October. I wanted to put out fresh content for you guys throughout the winter. The combination of the weather and just not catching anything prevented me from doing so, but I'm happy that I had caught so much last year that I was able to at least keep the content going as much as I was. So I'm going to make sure I try and do that a little bit every year if I have the extra content to save and squirrel away. Oh, thought I had something for a second. If I got the extra content, I will set it aside, because sometimes I go out fishing 4 or 5 days a week and I can't edit that many videos together. So that's why we had a lot of intermission style videos revisiting kind of what we had missed throughout the prior year. It's hard keeping up a fishing channel in Western New York unless you're Probably into ice fishing. It probably helps a little, but that's just something I've never really gotten into myself. Something just hit it. All right, folks, that does it for fishing for today. We actually had a fantastic day out on the water. It started off a little slow when we were over at Oatka, but coming to the second waterfall here on Black Creek, this made all the difference in the world. We were able to catch 2 carp here today, caught a 3rd one, but that one was snagged. And then we actually caught a little bullhead here too. So honestly, awesome day of fishing. First time catching fish for me since last October. So at least we can add 2 more species to the list this year. We already had the largemouth from a couple weeks ago. And that was just in a pond though. So it's nice getting out to a body of water and finally being able to catch a few fish like that. So I'm gonna be visiting this place over the next couple weeks more often. This is probably where I'm going to be coming to until we get into May. And then I think once May hits, I'm probably going to go down to Point Breeze a couple times and try for pike there. Because once that season starts in, I'm going to be shifting over and trying to catch pike. And also, it's going to be the start of kayaking season for me. I want to get out onto the water as soon as I can. Going to get my kayak out sometime early in May. Hopefully be able to catch some of those pike that are still lingering in the waterways in the shallow areas. So thank you all for watching this video today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all take care.